Yo, yo. All right, fellas. Y'all gonna enjoy this. So this is how the draft works. Back out.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
This is how you can set your scheme up to try to get the players you want. Of course, you ain't gonna get, all the players you hope for, but this is how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna just give you a little quick video. Of how this works. So we're gonna do the random draft where the CPU is gonna pick everybody for us. This evens the teams out. It's fun.
If you wish to change roles,
you don't have to worry about nobody having an OP team
on the left
or nothing. So we'll head into the franchise just like normal. We'll wait for everybody to get in the league, then we'll start the draft. But this is how you can try to manipulate the players that the computer picks for you. So you go to coach and schemes, and then you go to offense and defense. And as you see, as you move over, the archetype is what you want to look at. So if we're looking at quarterback, if you pick the vertical zone run, the type of quarterback that the CPU is going to pick for you is the strong arm archetype, and so forth and so on. If we move over to multiple zone, you see how it changes their left tackle. The whole offensive line is agile in multiple zone run. So they'll go for all the agile archetypes. Elusive back. Your quarterback will be a field general. And as you move so on and so forth, it's different. Vertical power run, that's a strong arm quarterback. So just for example, I'm going to pick an improviser. We know that's the Lamar Jacksons, you know what I mean, the fast quarterbacks, the scrambling quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, the Deshaun Watson. I think Aaron Rodgers is even, his highest archetype is an improviser. So let's go with the West Coast run. So if I pick that for my offense, the quarterback is an improviser, my halfback would be an elusive back, so forth and so on, wide receiver, route runner. So that's what the computer is going to try to pick for me. So let's see how that works out. Remember, we're going to look at the quarterback position. I'm going to go with this improviser, and I'm going to see if I get an improviser quarterback. Same thing go with defense. There's so many different schemes that you can try to pick. Tampa 2, the D ends would be, the left one would be power rusher, the right one would be a speed rusher. Looks like all your secondary would be zone. Cornerback, safeties is all zone. That changes as you go, the different ones. 3-4 storm. Looks like there's a bunch of speed. 4-3, you got a speed. Your tackles are power rushers, so they can stop the run. Your safeties are hybrid. So I'll go with 3-4 storm. Looks like a bunch of speed. So remember, I chose West Coast zone. That's the quarterback improviser. Let's see if I can get an improviser. Once you figure out what scheme you want, offense and defense, then you just back out, and that's what the computer is going to try to do. So again, once everybody get in the league and set their scheme up, then I'll just hit start draft.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Advance to the end of the draft. We'll sim it. Takes a minute or two because it's simming off 54 rounds. And again, the computer is going to pick off the archetypes that you set, your scheme that you set. So again, just to pay attention to this one, just to show you an example. Remember, I put improviser for quarterback. So let's see what they try to land me. Now again, we're gonna have multiple users that probably put improviser. So will everybody get an improviser? If 30 users pick improviser, you know what I mean? It ain't 30 caliber starting quarterbacks with improviser. So then it'll go down to the next one. Well, for me, I don't really like the improvisers. I like a strong arm quarterback. For the offense that I run, strong arm. I need a strong arm quarterback that can get the ball deep. That's just my offense. Everybody's offense is different. So again, then we'll sim it. This will be how the league is. So we not picking nobody. And honestly, this way is good because it evens out all the teams. It even evens out the X factors. You know what I mean? Trades will be open, so ain't like you just stuck with the team. You'll have trades, but this way, the rosters are evenly played out through all 32 users. Everybody got a pretty good team. Everything is kind of evened out, so that's why I like it. So we almost heading to the end of the draft. We'll see what we got here. I think this is dope, man. It's gonna be fun. Everybody on pretty much an even playing field, and we just ball with who we got. You know what I mean? You probably play with players you haven't played with before that you wanted to. You never know who you're gonna get on your team. Take a look at your team, put people on a bubble, roster trades, everything will be open. Alright, we almost coming to the end here, around 54, and my team is selected.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Aaron Rodgers is my quarterback. Remember, I chose improviser. Now, if you look at his archetype, you see his highest rating is an improviser. So it followed my scheme fit. It followed what I wanted as a quarterback. So if I look at my roster all together, Michael Thomas, ooh, Lord. That ain't a bad. Look at that wide receiver combo. Aaron Rodgers, Everson Griffin, Leonard. Oh, Lord, my best cornerback is Bradbury. So you see how it evens out. I look like I got Thomas and Hill, but and my defense might take a little hit. So it evens it all out. And if you look at the rosters, I go to the next roster. That's two players over 90. Look at my roster. I got 2 players over 90. So forth and so on. This one, 2 players over 90. Giants. They got a high 90 and a low 88. So we kind of even out there. D-Hop and Juju. Different ones. So it's like it evens out all the teams. 2 players, again, over 90 overall. It evens out another. You got 99 and a 90. Kenny Clark, Mark Ingram, DJ Moore. So it evens out everybody's team that way. You know, ain't nobody taking the Raiders, you know, stock and trying to, you know what I mean? It evens out all the teams depending on your archetype and what your scheme is. So I think this would be fun for us. It's a good way to kind of end the last few months of the Madden year, just kind of randomly going and doing our thing. That way everybody has a pretty good team. They got pretty good players. They even out the X factors. As you see, they even out the superstars. And as you see, everybody got a pretty good roster, fair roster. So, and again, trades will be on, but that's how we gonna do it, man. I think it'll be fun. You know what I mean? I think it'll be fun and enticing, and everybody have a pretty good team. So that's how we gonna do it. Just wanted to give you all an example of how that worked and how, again, your scheme, how you set your scheme board is how they're gonna pick for you. So how you end up setting this scheme, depending on how you want your players, that's how it's going to pick.